Hello and welcome back to Naomi's Scrappy DIY Retreat. I have 8 primitive country Dollar Tree Christmas projects for us to craft. They're all pretty simple, very straightforward. So I hope that you will look in the description below, get the materials that you need, and craft this along with me. And I hope that you like this and will share it and subscribe that and hit the little notification bell. That way, whenever I post other videos, you can join along with me in doing those. So for our first project, actually for our first 4 projects, we're using the same kind of materials. We're using 4 of the triangular little frames found in the Dollar Tree, usually around in the frame section. This is kind of shows you what you're gonna be needing or what I kind of used. I used ribbon. I used 2 different kinds of paints. I did use the ink and I also used the white for the Waverly chalk. I used stems and then I had little squares for the bases and then the jute and just a couple other things to help me with this project. So I love the Dollar Tree little round brushes that they have, the chip brushes, love them. And there's 3 of them in a pack, so they're super cheap, super nice. So for the first part of the project, what you're going to need to do is just push out the back of the triangular frame. This is fairly easy to push out, but what you will notice is that you will have a lot of paper, like the stuff just does not want to come off. So this took me a little bit of time to get all of this backing paper off. What I also did was I saved the triangular pieces. I want to use them for another craft, and I'm going to use them as trees probably. I haven't completely decided that yet, but I did take like the razor blade, then I took some sandpaper to get that backing paper all off. And for the most part, it did come off. What I ended up doing is using these as the back and just using a little extra paint to cover up what that looks like. So for the most part, it's not that bad. So I wasn't too worried about it. So I hope yours comes off a little bit better than mine did. Then all I did was I took I have wood glue and I just took some wood glue and dabbed that in the middle. Now, I will tell you, what I don't show you here is that I went back and I have a brad nailer and I just used that in the bottom and the top just to extra secure it because I used hot glue and the wood glue. The hot glue stuck up too far, so it didn't work. So don't use it. Use one or the other. Don't use both. So that's my suggestion. So this is what it looked like together. And again, I did use a brad nailer for the bottom and the top. I think with just using what we did use, either one, or like I said, one or the other, it works out perfect. Now, what I did do again was I just dry brushed my white Waverly and then the black, just here and there all over the front, the back, the inside, the outside, and even on that little bottom square that you see that I used as the base. So that little base I think I got from Amazon. And I don't remember how many was in the pack, but it was super cheap. I've also seen now Dollar Tree has some of those little square um wooden pieces, so you just have to keep an eye out for them. But again, it was just super easy. I dry brushed more of the Waverly ink than I did of the white just because I wanted it more primitive, but as you can see in this picture, there is a lot of white. And then I just cut 4 pieces of ribbon that I wanted, and all I did for this was I just did an X. So instead of making an actual bow, I did an X bow. So this kind of shows you the 2 finished products. Now, the next couple pictures will show you like some of the finishing touches that I did do to these 2 trees, but I think that it turned out super, super cute. So the very next picture is going to show you that all I did was I just took some jute and I wrapped it around the very bottom of the base, and then I did that around the top part of that tree, and then just made a cute little jute bow for that first tree. Now, what I will tell you is because I hot glued that also added extra stability. So again, I used a brad nailer, but this would definitely totally work because you are adding extra security with the glue gun. So with the first ribbon, I just made like a jute, and I don't know, I just made like couple inch strips and then just tied it around it, glued it in the center just to give it more character. And then for the other one, this is just one of those little balls that can be found in the floral section. I love these and I haven't used them much, but I think they're super cute. And I just hot glued that in the middle and that was it. And then both of them are done. And there's the finished product. Again, super cute, super easy. Um, if you have any questions on this, let me know, but I think it's pretty straightforward, and I hope that I wasn't stumbling over my words too much. I seem to say way too much, and I apologize for that. I am trying to work on that. I did not realize I did it that much, but so again, if there's any questions, let me know. I did not add a little jute bow at the bottom of the one with the little ball. I'm not sure why, but I didn't do it. So this is yours. Make it however you want. For the second set of trees, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need the white and the red of the berries. Again, these are Dollar Tree. Some Waverly white, and then I actually used brown on this. And then I had two primitive, I guess it's just fabric. Sorry, I don't know why I guessed, but it is just primitive fabric, and it was a burgundy check and then a green check fabric. Both of those I got from Walmart. Super cheap. They were on sale when I bought them. So you can also use ribbon or whatever. And again, I just did the same procedure that I did for the very first two. I just pushed out the back. Again, it was pretty easy to push it out. You're going to feel some resistance, but they will push out. So then you're going to see that, again, just another picture of them being pushed out. And then this one came off a little bit better, but I still had to, I used a razor blade to scrape a lot of that edge off. And then again, I went around it with sandpaper just to get most of that backing off. Now, unfortunately, I didn't take pictures of the process of how I made these, but I did slow down the pictures enough that I hope I can explain what I did. So I just used white and the red berries, and I wove them separately. Like I wove the red ones around one way, and then I wove the white berries around the opposite way. That way they're kind of like crisscrossed each other. Then just again, I did the same sort of painting as I did for the first one, and then just made a cute little bow out of that fabric and attached that to the top. I ended up only using the burgundy fabric. And then for this one, again, same thing. I just did the basic white dry brushing and then the brown dry brushing, and then just made a cute little berry wreath, just attaching, twisting them around, making them small, and then just hot gluing that to the framework of that tree. Again, super easy, super quick. So, I mean, I just think they're adorable. Let me know what you think. I think these might be my favorite. And again, just super simple, super easy, super quick, but so effective. I just love them. So for the next project, I unfortunately don't have a finished look for this. So I apologize for that, but you're just going to need a jar from the Dollar Tree, the one that has the little black center in it. And those are just, again, white and red berries woven in and dropped into the candle holder. And I did two of these for this so that there would be a set pair. And so then again, this is what the jar was. And I just took, again, this is just Dollar Tree light that flickers, and I just plopped that in the middle. And then what I did was I just distressed the outside edge of the container with just sandpaper from the Dollar Tree. And I just, just like around the edges, around the top part, around where the, just all of that black piece, I just distressed it. So what I didn't show you was I also took a little bit of white paint, or maybe it was gray paint because I don't have the finished product anymore, and just also distressed that also around the top edge. The other part I did not show you on here, which I am so sorry I did not, was that I also added jute around the top. And all I did was I didn't even make a jute bow. I just wrapped it around it and that was it. So again, it was super cute, super simple, very easy to make. So I hope you're able to do that and finish that. And if you have questions, just let me know. This one was actually pretty easy to do. I just took jute, hot glue around a Dollar Tree plastic ball and just started wrapping it all sorts of crazy all the way around it, hot gluing it here or there just to keep it in place. I love this. And then for the finishing product, all I did was I added a little burlap ribbon to the very top of it. What you can't see probably too much is that I did wrap the jute twine around that silver part of that ball. I actually took the silver part that actually holds it out. I used the jute twine and wrapped that inside of the silver part of the top of the ball. That way you can't see those little hooks. And then I hot glued that down, and that was pretty much basically it. And again, super easy, super quick. I love this one. It is so cute. The next one took a lot longer to do, which is why I started wrapping at the very bottom, jute around the bottom, hot gluing it here, there, around the edge, and just continued wrapping it until it was halfway. This took me so long that I was gonna do the whole thing in jute, and then I just changed my mind. And those are just little filler pine cones from, again, the Dollar Tree. And then for the finished product, I did what I did for the first one. I took out that silver clippy part that holds it, and then I put the silver back down. I hot glued it around the top, and then I just hot glued jute around the top of that silver piece, and that's what, that's what it is. It's in it again. It isn't easy, it isn't quick, but it was easy. So just something different to do. And again, I used the jute as the hanger for it as well. So the next one I absolutely love. It was pretty quick to make. The sorry, I when I talk fast, I think that's when I say so I actually used the matte oh my goodness, I can't think of what it's called. Um, I can't think of what it's called. Anyhow, I use the matte finish. If I will put it down in the description so that you know what I'm talking about. So anyhow, I just bought 3 of the Dollar Tree candles, and then I wanted all 3 of them to be a little different. And so I still can't think of what that's called. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. If you can think of it before I can, before I finish this, that's awesome. Um, so I just used, again, I used 3 of the Dollar Tree candles, and each one of them is different. I wanted something different at the top. So I used the Dollar Tree letters, and then I just used that. It is driving me crazy because I cannot think of what it's called. And oh my goodness, it's driving me crazy. So, some days you'll have that. So again, this is just jute twine. I just wrapped it around the very tip top with hot glue, and then just made a cute little jute bow. And that was what I did for the J. And that's just a better look of what the top of it looks like. For the O, I made a cute little wreath, and I just used a different bow, and that was a Dollar Tree bow, and I wish I would have bought more of that ribbon because I love it. And every time I go to the Dollar Tree, I can't find it at any store. So that was a Dollar Tree ribbon, and I wrapped that around the top, made a cute little bow. And then for the O, I just used some I don't know what it's called, but it comes in a bundle at Walmart. And I just wrapped it around a couple times, formed it to what the roundness of the candle was, and then I hot glued this down. Now, I will tell you, I did have problems hot gluing this down, but it eventually did stick. So I had to get that form just right and hold it on there for a while. And those berries are just off of a berry pick from the Dollar Tree. So this is just another look at the bow at the top. I just wound it around a couple times, and then I hot glued it. And again, a simple, cute little bow. And this was for the O candle. For the J candle, I did the same thing. I mean, the Y, I did the same thing. I put the Y on there, and then I just wanted something different for the top of it again. So I used a different jute twine that I had gotten originally from the Dollar Tree. I have not seen this again, but I did love this. I think it was from the Dollar Tree. You know what? I could be wrong. Maybe I got it from Walmart. But I did love this. Like, but I haven't found it anywhere else. So I don't know where I got it. And this was the finished products. It was just really quick, very simple. I just loved how this turned out. So again, these were, my 8 DIY easy projects. Most of them were pretty primitive country looking. This one wasn't as much, only because I used the red bow, but I still thought it was super cute. So I appreciate you joining me, and hopefully you were able to watch this through the end, make one or two of the projects with me, and just I thank you so much. So I hope that you enjoyed this and will give this a like, and that you will share this with others. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, that you will subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way, whenever I upload a new video, you'll be able to watch and enjoy and craft along with me. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a blessed, wonderful day, and that you will be a blessing to others. See you soon. Bye.